What's your relationship with that fox Nick?
Do not intermix with other animals or your kid will get rabies.
I just hope you're using protection.
Okay, this is inappropriate.
If he wanted to, he would.
Solved one case and think you're top shit. Think someone's just mad they got nostrils bigger than their own eyes. How you chop jeans from your mama? The movie begins by telling us a quick recap of the first film, how a nerdy Karen Sheep got exposed with her own recording confessing her crimes. So she ends up going to jail, but Rook's hella goofy when crashing out, giving off the "let me speak to your manager" vibes. Then Judy gives Nick the recording pen as a gift for solving the first case and becoming a cop, and in the group photo we can clearly see that they don't like this duo. And I'm surprised there aren't more pigs playing as cops in Zootopia. And the film tells us more about the weather wars in Zootopia, how it allows all animals to live freely without feeling too hot or too cold. And their new mayor is a horse on steroids. I like abusing you. The next morning we see Nick and Judy getting ready for work, and ain't no way she wakes up to work that happy every morning. Either she hasn't worked enough or is just being hella performative. And is Nick brushing his teeth with his hairbrush? Ew. Now we're introduced to new NPC co-workers like the Zebros, and what in the Nickelodeon Zack and Cody Justin Bieber haircut is that? On a zebra? And Nick and Judy ignores the chief's orders and goes to solve the case themselves. Excuse me, furry baiters. Fox and Bunny? Okay. Initially, I saw her as food. So why didn't you eat her? Why kill when you can goon? And dude's just looking like, what in the hell? Then Nick uses the emotional manipulation to get this dude distracted long enough so they can find evidence against him that he's been smuggling illegal shit. Like a sambuti hoinya. But the plan backfires as he finds out they're the feds and drives off. Out my way, Bunny. And Judy makes this face that says, I'm about to ruin this chopped pig's life, and just steals his car. And during the car chase, we see Judy deadass arching her back as she drives. Yo, who the hell drives like this? Who drives like this? You know what I mean? I know how to drive, but I'm telling you, you're never gonna see me on the road drive. You know what I mean? And earlier, there's a shot specifically focusing on her body, and now it's her arching her back as she drives. It just feels like this film is trying to please the 40s. Then we see the sheep become the transgender, and we learn Judy's a bad driver. And speaking of bad drivers, this dude gets knocked out, and Judy goes, I'm bored, you take over. No. So Judy takes over the smuggler's car and then crashes it into a statue. Oh, such great driving. Then the Zebros takes the smuggler so they can get all the credit, as Judy makes faces that will make the 40s happy. And we see a glimpse of a snake while Judy finds snakeskin. Now, snakes are banned in Zootopia because of some incident long ago. And as Judy watches a podcast, this film is acknowledging that listening to podcasts and content creators are the new form of consuming information instead of mainstream media. Anyway, Chief Bogo not happy. The reason I didn't listen to you is because I didn't want to. Like, look at the evidence I collect when I don't listen. Slay. So Nick and Judy obviously get in trouble for damaging the city, but Judy keeps being defensive and is convinced she didn't do anything wrong. Solved one case and think you're top shit. Think someone's just mad they got nostrils bigger than their own eyes. How you chop jeans from your mama? So Nick rage baits and they get a cortisol spike, and Bogo tells Judy that she pretty much lost aura today and that any bunny that looked up to her must have felt like she did a disservice to them. And because of today's actions, people are now questioning if Nick and Judy can be a good team, so they're placed into some couples therapy class for cops. And Bogo says if they struggle to even do that, then the duo team will split. Then we meet therapy animal, doctor pronouns. And yeah, the film did a great job making her look like every therapist ever. Not to mention, the cops here are hella weird. So one cop is scared of their partner because the partner's a rat, another cop tries to commit murder because their partner smiled, and this one can't stop eating his partner. Man, how did any of these animals become cops, let alone get a job? What are your issues? I don't have any. I'm perfect. Notice how she didn't put pronouns in her Instagram bio and didn't state her partner's pronouns? And as for this performative male who pretends to act nonchalant when deep down it's because he's insecure. And because Judy never listens, she says we need to keep disobeying the chief and pull off some crazy shit to prove we're a good team and we belong together, while Nick says we should just listen and stay nonchalant and eventually it'll all be over. Then their co-workers start making fun of him. Calm down, you're not even 1 feet tall. And I get why seeing that from your colleagues can be frustrating, but can you really blame them? Think of it from their perspective. They're senior cops, and then they suddenly see a rookie cop show up, solve one case, and all of a sudden they just not listen or follow orders and just do whatever they want. It's like, yeah, of course they're not gonna like you. Then the film shows us Nick living in some dirty ass apartment while we see Judy still in the same crib she was living in when she was still in police academy. And I know both haven't been cops for long, but I just felt bad that this is their living conditions and hope that it was a lot better. What's your relationship with that fox Nick? Do not intermix with other animals or your kid will get rabies.
I just hope you're using protection.
Okay, this is inappropriate.
If he wanted to, he would.
Oh. Yeah, this expression is way more relatable than you waking up all happy to go to work. And when Judy eats dinner, her portion is smaller than the size of a grape. Like, damn. Like, what is this? What is this?
Guess inflation in Zootopia pretty bad too.
Like the cover says carrots for one, but it's like one what? One ant? And it's funny, it says 0 grams of trans fat, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sure there's 0 grams of everything else. Judy gon' get the malnutrition. And when she sees the same truck that the smuggler used on the news about the Linksley Journal, she looks more into it, and turns out the reason why snakes are banned was because 100 years ago a snake killed a tortoise while stealing this journal. And this Joe Rogan wannabe predicts a snake will steal the Linksley Journal again. So Judy calls Nick and says, let's pull off some crazy shit and disobey Chief Bogo, and she enters his crib and is disgusted by his apartment.
Ugh, look at this dirty brokey.
And she takes a photo, but it's like, girl, your apartment ain't that much better either. Now, Nick obviously doesn't want to do it because if they don't pull it off, they will definitely be split up.
But I'm not here to listen to your opinion. I do what I want.
Fine. I'll try not to crash.
Oh.
So they head to this Oscars wannabe like gala as we're introduced to the Linksleys, who are extremely wealthy. So wealthy you can pretty much see them as the elites of Zootopia society. Then the duo pulls up and sees an open door, and although Judy said they're just gonna snoop around a little, it was all a lie to get Nick inside the gala. But Nick be rocking that suit looking fresh.
Oh, the 40's gonna love this.
Then Judy ends up wearing a yellow dress, and in my opinion she would have looked much better in a purple dress because then it would have matched her eyes, but that's just my opinion. I think we look kind of good together.
Sorry, my type is Bad Bunny.
Like he would ever date you. Yo, that punch was so unnecessary though. Like, why are we normalizing violence if we don't like what someone says? And as the duo enters, we see a shadow from the back. Now Nick becomes a walking stereotype again, being a sly fox, and when Judy sees the journal in front of her, Chief Bogo appears. Whoa, wait, why does Pig kinda... Yo, this pig kinda... Alright, hear me out. She kinda looks like that actress from Stranger Things, does she not? Does she not? Do y'all see it or am I tripping? Am I tripping? You don't see it? I'm a furry now, so am I a furry? Guess I'm a furry.
Furry.
Anyway, we're then introduced to one of the Lynxes named Autistic Hello Kitty.
This suit cost $1 million.
Well, you're rich, so you'll be fine. Yo, look at Judy's face. She looks like every girl's face when a creepy chopped man tries hitting on them. But yeah, this dude is hella awkward and has negative aura, so while Judy should be investigating, she actually instead decides to chill with him. And also turns off all communication with Nick. Yo, what's her problem? Does she even listen to Nick even once in the entire film? Because it just seems like not listening to your partner is a common theme for her. So when Nick finds some snakeskin and tells Judy, she doesn't even hear him or want to listen despite it being her idea to convince Nick into sneaking into the gala.
Loser, you're gonna give dad a cortisol spike. We don't like you because you're acoustic.
Yes, I'm a void. So the siblings start bullying his ass, but they're nice to their daddy because they want that inheritance money. And while Nick's finding more clues and discovers where the snake's at, Judy's just chilling doing nothing. And because she wasn't answering Nick goes to find her but encounters Bogo in the process, and as he gets kicked out, he exposes a snake who then reveals its identity to the gala prematurely. Snake! And isn't the scene in human terms considered racist? Like imagine pointing at someone and going, Mexican, and just running away. Isn't that considered racist? So the snake takes Elder Hello Kitty and the journal, and Judy chases after him. Then using the facial recognition, the snake now has access to the journal.
Don't hurt him. Hurt him. You know why snake banned? Cause of his ancestors.
So the snake says the journal can prove snakes are innocent, and he's doing this because he wants his family to be allowed to come back home. Then Nick shows up and knocks him out, but it's nice that Judy heard his side and believed him. But objectively, if you grew up your whole life with the media saying snakes are banned because they're evil, and when you finally see a snake for the first time, the first thing it does is kidnap someone and steal a journal, I'm just saying even I'd have a hard time believing him. And this is the most ridiculous part of the film, because if the elites acted all shocked and traumatized, the snake would have been arrested and Judy and Nick would have solved another case and wouldn't do any more therapy sessions. But instead, dude says kill the snake and tells Judy and Nick to file a report that the snake attacked them and burned the journal. But this is just ridiculous, because in real life there's no way in hell an elite that controls society would just expose themselves like that to a regular ass cop. So Judy responds by setting the place on fire. The snake then wakes up and accidentally bites Chief Bogo, and when Judy tries to help Bogo, it looks like she tried killing him from the other cop's POV.
This cop tried to kill him.
Man, you gonna snitch and be a liar? Talk about being unlikable. So the duo helps the snake escape, and some mystery animal comes along and takes him. Then Judy steals the journal herself and forces Nick to lose his job by taking him with her, as they then get taken away by the mafia rodent. I'm just saying Nick didn't do anything against the Hello Kitties, and if anything, knocked the snake out and saved the daddy Hello Kitty. And it was Judy who provoked them, stole the journal, and took Nick with her. And let's not forget, this was all Judy's idea. It was her idea to take Nick and sneak into the gala illegally, and now because Nick has gone against the elites, against his will, now he's lost his job, gonna serve a lot of time in prison, and even worse, death for going against the elites. And because the media is controlled by the elites, they create the narrative that Nick, Judy, and the snake are evil that tried to kill Chief Bogo and stole the journal, while the Hello Kitty family are seen as some helpless victims. What are you gonna do about this?
My IQ is 2.
Yo, it's low-key crazy that a Disney film is admitting that mayors and all political figures are bought and controlled. Like, imagine a parent having to explain to their kids watching this that you can't be president or mayor because they're all handpicked and bought and paid for by the elites.
Meanwhile, we got the Judy parents being boomers that sent her the shit emoji.
And Nick breaks her phone to prevent the police from tracking them, and yo, look at her face. She's like, do you know how many tiny carrots I could have bought with the amount you just broke?
And later, they taken to the sweatshop workers that make the off-brand Gucci.
And this is where Road and Mafia gives them new identities and a truck to go hide and lay low and live a new life. But Judy's stubborn ass, I'm gonna change the world looking ass says no, so instead they get introduced to the Joe Rogan wannabe podcaster. And Nick again says no, this is a bad idea, but Judy promises if they don't find out why the elites framed the snakes in 24 hours, they'll bail and go into hiding.
I'm trying to get freaky. Oh yeah?
And the duo seem pretty relaxed and chill considering they're both wanted criminals that lost their jobs and are hated by the world now. Then we get this scene as Nick calls the animal a seal, which gets offended, then Nick gets corrected it's a sea lion, and the podcaster says he's not from around here. And when I watched this in theaters, I swear nobody was laughing, and I was like, why is a seal so aggressive? And I hope I'm wrong, but the energy and vibe this gave me was if Nick misgendered someone and didn't say their correct pronouns. And moving on, we meet a walrus that gives them a ride. But during the ride, the sea lion Karen snitches their whereabouts as the duo goes to a dirty ass ship. I'm not scared of anything.
Look, an Asian.
Yo, this shot is wild.
Her mouth looked like the alligator.
You like that shit?
Maybe if you pull it harder. Brother, ugh.
I usually skip this part. So they enter a secret area where only reptiles live and meet this lizard over here that be aura farming, and they're forced to eat some worms because it's disrespectful if they refuse. Eat first.
Oh, and Nick gets the wrong one.
Then they proceed to make faces that will make
The 40s very happy.
bleh. They actually ate it. And Aura Farmer says the answer you're looking for is on the cover because it's made of metal that only snakes can see. Then he also mentions Hello Kitty plans on expending Tundra Town, and this time all the reptiles in hiding will be wiped out. And is it just me that finds it crazy you gonna ban all reptiles after one incident? Because that's like if a person commits murder and then you go, okay, what race are you? Because now we're gonna ban that entire race thanks to you.
Then suddenly, the police show up so they escape through the back door.
Watch me lose aura. Yo, I'm just saying, if I knew I ran like that, you would never see me running. Ever. Then the snake takes the journal, Judy and Nick runs from the cops, and Joe Rogan tells him do not follow the snake through the red line because you will drown. I love you. Love? You just met them. You don't even know what that means. Go chop down a tree and build a dam or something. Talking about love. What are you, Anna from Frozen? Anyway, Judy's stubborn ass doesn't listen and goes to drown despite Nick trying to stop her. And look at dude's face. He's like, I hope no one saw that because I'm not trying to get fired. So they go down this water slide looking thing and Judy fails to capture the snake and starts drowning, but it was thanks to Nick that saves her from dying, and this is what happens next. Say sorry for putting me through this shit.
No, did a little fox get his feelings hurt?
Girl, you dragged me to the gala, ignored me when I needed you, made me lose my job by going against the elites, and even when I save you from drowning to give you a K-drama moment, you gonna say you did nothing wrong and this is the thanks I get? Yo, if I'm Nick, I'm getting an apology or I'm leaving her ass. Say sorry.
Well, I'll never listen to you or take accountability, so...
Yo, no way Judy was like this in the first movie. I refuse to believe Judy was like this in the first movie. Anyway, they meet some druggy goats that tell them the snake's hideout is up on the top of the cliff, so they get to climbing. But because the journey up is hella boring, Nick tries to banter with Judy, but she only gets rage baited into snatching the gift she gave him. But Judy, if you gave it as a gift, why are you snatching it away from him? You gave it, so it's his now. If I buy an iPhone for my best friend, alright, all of a sudden I'm not just gonna take it away from him and snatch it away whenever I just don't like how he's using it. It's like, no, I gave it as a gift, and because I gave it as a gift, it's his now, and he can do whatever he wants with it, whether I like it or not. But for Judy, giving a gift means taking it back whenever she feels like it, because she goes in to snatch it again, and this results in the recording pen falling off and breaking. I remember watching this in cinemas, and so many people gasped when this happened. They were like, then Judy gets upset like it's Nick's fault when it would have never happened if she didn't snatch the gift she gave in the first place. Then the broken recording pen is used as a clue for the cops to find out where they're at, so while Judy finds more evidence the reptiles are innocent, Nick finds out quickly that the cops have found them. Judy, we're cooked.
What?
We gotta leave now. And she's like, really? And continues to ignore his ass. Man, why can't she just grab all the evidence and run away and look at it later? What the hell is she doing looking at him right now and ignoring Nick? Then Nick says the case is not worth dying for, but Judy believes the world will be a better place if we did the right thing, while Nick disagrees and says the world is how it is, and being a hero won't change the world. And as much as I want to agree with Judy's optimistic way of thinking, I agree with Nick. Because do you think anyone in the Epstein files are going to prison? Of course not. So the files are out and not a single one of them are going to prison, thus proving we don't dictate society, they do. And Judy's belief that if you do the right thing, the world can change for the better, as nice as that sounds, I just think any regular citizen that tries to make actual change would just end up getting Charlie Kirk. So Nick pretty much tells Judy you can't change the world, and she gets so dramatic you would think she said we're breaking up or I don't want to see you again, but all she said was, I guess we are different.
Then the cops pour up and these girls with anger issues start destroying the whole house. And we then meet the failure Hello Kitty,
who's working with the snake to take down his family.
Then Judy gets shot and knocks out, then is taken by Snake and autistic cat and is separated from Nick. Let's go. Daddy?
I like snow bunnies. Using steroids is gay. I am gay. Then Zaddy Hello Kitty shows up and says we do whatever we want and who's gonna believe you, and says they gonna kill Judy.
Hey you.
And because autistic Hello Kitty's DNA was found alongside the snake, the Hello Kitty family starts suspecting he's helping the snake.
Meanwhile,
Gary the snake makes Judy hella uncomfortable, puking all over her. Yeah, if someone puked on me too, I'd make that face as well. Oh, she is disgusted. Then he says he carries an anti-venom pen in case anyone gets poisoned, as we then see Autistic Cat's secret hideout as he keeps proving why he has no aura. And Gary explains they became friends because he sent them a letter and Acoustic was the first to read it. Now let's read the letter. It says, Dear Linksley, may I see the journal you'll display at the Gala? It holds a family secret. Sincerely, Gary the Snake. Yo, is that snake dumb? So it clearly knows that Linksleys don't like snakes and have some grudge or whatever reason have hatred against reptiles. And you're still gonna send a letter going, I know you don't like us and you banned us, but can I please see the journal, please? It has a family secret, please? What? And not only is the snake naive and dumb, but then he tries becoming the Superman wannabe by using his vision to see the family secret, while Judy finds out Zootopia's weather walls were created by a snake. And not just any snake, Gary's great-grandmother, who wanted all animals to feel welcome, so that journal isn't the Linksleys, that journal actually belongs to Gary's great-grandmother. And when she chose Elder Hello Kitty as an investor, he pretty much stole her idea, removing her original patent and making a new one replacing it, but the housekeeper tortoise sees it because she's nosy, then is killed by Elder Kitty, who then blames it on the granny reptile. And because Elder Kitty controls the media convinces everyone snakes are evil and reptiles must be banned, and eventually all reptiles were forced to leave as Elder Kitty wipes the reptiles' home off the map. But turns out the original patent didn't burn and Granny Reptile hid it somewhere in her home. And because Gary can see where the snake town is buried using the journal, they can now find the original patent and reveal the truth. But wait, isn't a tortoise a reptile? So because it was reported a reptile killed another reptile, therefore all reptiles are evil and must be banned? So because of friendly fire, you're telling me all reptiles got banned? Because a reptile killed another reptile? What? So their next plan is to go inside the weather walls and turn on a switch that will help them find Gary's great-grandmother's crib. But thanks to Acoustic Hello Kitty's phone, the other kitties find his location and gets the cops on his ass.
You want to eat some dumpling?
I hope you dropped the soap.
And that's not the bully from Judy's childhood Gideon Gray, right? Surely not. Then Nick encounters Joe Rogan again and opens up he told Judy it's not worth dying for because Judy's the only friend he has and he doesn't want to lose her. Boy, y'all should kiss already. Guys and girls can't be friends.
Unless one of them ugly.
So thanks to Joe Rogan, they break out of prison and we get a quick cameo of the sheep villain from the first film.
I use my own fur to wipe my own ass.
Then Nick unintentionally frees everyone out of prison. So all the prisoners are free, making Zootopia the next Gotham City now, and Nick gets his buddy Flash to give him a ride to help Judy. Listen, I don't think this is Now, because the cops are right behind Judy, Nick asks Donut Leopard to track the cops' location that are following Judy, and Leopard Jonah Hill accidentally gets a staff abducted, then gives the cops location. So Judy and friends head to some Coachella-looking event, and as they head to the wall, Zaddy Kitty figures out what they're up to and orders the cop to kill Judy. Turn Judy into rabbit meat now! And although this cop never liked Judy, she decides not to pull the trigger, so a hippo's fat ass does it for her, and just when you think Judy's about to die, Nick comes to the rescue and saves her. And Judy's like, who's that? Anyway,
then they enter the weather room and turns on the switch and find the reptile elder's crib.
I feel great, thank you. And turns out the Acoustic Hello Kitty was the villain this whole time.
I wanted to poop with you, not kill you. I gotta prove my worth to my daddy so I can be accepted as a true Hello Kitty. Goodbye, Foyd.
Then Acoustic decides to kill Nick and Joe Rogan and takes Gary's anti-venom pen, so there's no way they can cure the poison.
Stop, I'll let you sniff my feet. You can be different.
I don't want to be different. Yo, what is this film trying to say? That valuing family is bad and that if you want to be good, you have to be different?
Wait, toodaloo, Justin Bieber.
Then we see Judy struggling and yeah, damn, good lord have mercy. Yo, them furries are eating good. What is this? People want to talk about Kim Kardashian creating unrealistic beauty standards for women, but you got a Disney rabbit in a kid's movie with insane booty cheeks.
Yo, what the hell?
Yeah, this movie's for furries confirmed. And when Nick's about to turn into a fur coat, Gary uses Judy to become warm again so he can move freely, and as Nick be fighting for his life, Gary tells him to give him the anti-venom pen. So Nick, like a good boy, tries to get it, but then this happens.
Bro, snow bunnies ain't worth it.
Well, mine is.
Yeet. So Fox give antidote to Snake, Snake then save Snow Bunny, then Snow Bunny and Snake go save a Nick.
Yeah, yeet.
Hello?
Man, y'all can't tell me there is nothing there between them when they be looking at each other like that. Yo, they got so much tension between them, even Gary's getting all uncomfortable.
I'm gonna rub one out.
I don't care if our babies will look weird. I just wanted them with you. Then Judy opens up that she constantly feels like she has to prove herself out of the fear that the stereotypes are right and says nobody matters more to her than Nick because he believed in her even at times she didn't believe in herself. And I'm so glad they added the scene because without this, Judy would have looked pretty damn unlikable in this film. So although she didn't take accountability, it was still very nice to see such a wholesome moment like this, and the film would have been even better if they had more wholesome scenes like this.
But holy plot armor, that acoustic cat is still not dead.
As both the cat and Nick rob this poor polar bear. Yay, Kishik. You useless piece of shit!
But Dada, I was trying to help.
I was going to destroy the original patent
Like a good boy. For you, Zaddy.
And just when dude thought he finally got his daddy's acceptance, yo, look how happy he looks. I kind of feel bad for him now, because all he wanted to do was be accepted by his family, but unfortunately, this is not his movie, nor is he the main character, so he couldn't even enjoy his little moment. Oh shit.
Noodles.
Then Joe Rogan tells Steroid Mayor if he's just gonna stand there and do nothing. Then we get a Shining movie reference, and it's like, okay, but why?
But the Nick and Judy pour up in a vehicle because they want to kill his ass.
And somehow he's able to outrun the vehicle for quite a while. But eventually they catch up and Hello Kitty starts choking him. But that's when Gary shows up and knocks him out while the horse mayor takes out the other Hello Kitties. Now, Acoustic Kitty says no one will believe you over us and nothing you do matters, and although there's a lot of truth in what he's saying, this is a Disney movie, so they're gonna make sure we get a happy ending even if it will never happen in real life. So they find the original pattern, but Acoustic Kitty's not done because he wants to be called
good boy by his zaddy.
But then he gets knocked out by the piggy cop. Hit him again, we won't tell. So Judy and Nick solves another case as they're no longer wanted criminals and won't be split up as a team. Then the elites get arrested, meaning the reptiles in hiding won't be kicked out of their homes. And Acoustic Kitty never got accepted by the family, but instead becomes the prison's punching bag. Then Tundra Town reopens as Gary and his family now have a place they can call home again. As the movie ends with Nick gifting Judy the gift she gave him, fixing the recording pen as they hunt down the escaped prisoners Nick accidentally released. Man, just look at the way they looking at each other. Am I crazy for thinking that they clearly look like they like each other? Am I crazy, chat? Also, the fact that they risked their lives and they went through all that and solved this ridiculous case, getting the elites in prison, and the reward for that is just, they don't split up. That's it. No bonus, no promotion, no nothing. You just, okay, great, you solved a crazy case. You're not gonna split up now. That's it. That's it. The reward was pretty underwhelming. Then we get an end credit scene of Judy's roommates gooning.
Try to last more than 2 minutes this time.
And we pretty much get confirmation there will be a Zootopia 3. So I actually thought this movie would be pretty bad considering I was like, there's no way it could live up to the first film. So my expectations when coming to the theaters to watch it was very little to zero. And yeah, it was much better than I thought. Overall, obviously, it's not as good as the first, and the comedy could have been much better at times, but overall, it was very enjoyable. The plot was well written, and the characters were in detail, so, I think anyone of any ages, whether you're a kid or an adult, would have clearly enjoyed the film. But yeah, that's my take. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any thoughts, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. It's been your boy KC, and yeah, until next time.